right. So in this video, we're going to cost out a recipe. This one happens to be roasted broccoli with garlic from menu set 6 from Chef 1300 class. And I have to, full disclosure, I have not looked at this recipe yet. So we're going to cost it out together because I wanted you to kind of see what it's like to look at a recipe for the first time. Because all of us are going to have issues. All of us are going to get kind of stumped on one ingredient or more within the recipes. And so I want to show how we work through that rather than just stopping and ripping your paper to shreds and giving up. We're going to actually work through that process, okay? We're going to work through it together. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to copy your recipe as given, okay? So you're going to copy your recipe on that first page. On the right here where it says item, ingredients, and amount, copy it as given for one recipe. So you're going to do broccoli florets. What's the amount?
8 pounds.
8 pounds, okay? And then we do olive oil, 8 ounces. You should be writing right now, okay? Next, we're going to do garlic cloves. You need 24 each, okay? So you're going to copy this down exactly as needed.
So you, on one side we would put broccoli, and then on the other side you put 8 pounds.
We need 8 pounds of broccoli, yes. This is for the amount for one recipe, okay? How many servings does this one recipe make? 32. So up here at the top where it says number of portions, 32, okay? So we're gonna move on. That's okay, don't keep writing. For the purposes of the video, you can hit pause and keep writing. I'm gonna pause it just so we don't have the time running for so long. All right, so now on the first page, we've actually copied the recipe as given, okay? Now, for your final project, this needs to be typed. But as you're working on these, it might be helpful to write everything out because then you can easily erase and change your answers. Whereas if you change an answer when you've typed a document and you change the cost of something, then you have to come down here to the total and edit it. So it's easy to get it perfect handwritten and then transfer everything over typed. Okay, that would be my recommendation. All right, ready to move on? So then the next step, okay, so here we actually wrote down everything, okay? And what I'll do is I'll type in all of this so you'll see on the video, you'll see the actual everything filled in, okay? So now on the second page, we're gonna copy the list of ingredients in order, okay? So that's why I gave you the pages on 2 separate pages, so you don't have to keep flipping back and forth, front and back. So now, what's the first ingredient? Broccoli. Okay. What's the second ingredient?
Olive oil.
Olive oil. Third? Oops. Garlic, cloves. Okay, the next one?
Lemon juice.
Lemon J. And?
Kosher salt.
Kosher salt. And?
Black pepper.
Pepper. Oops. Okay.
And Cajun seasoning.
Cajun seasoning. Okay, so now let's skip over to our amount needed. What is our amount needed for broccoli?
8 pounds.
8 pounds. What is it for olive oil?
8 ounces.
Okay, so garlic,
24 cloves.
so 24 each, or cloves. Lemon juice,
4 teaspoons.
4 teaspoons. Oops. Kosher salt,
1 teaspoon.
black pepper,
1.5 teaspoon.
and Cajun seasoning,
2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons. Okay, so you see we're doing a process. So step 1, write your whole recipe on the first page. Step 2 is copy your ingredients in order so you don't miss anything. Step 3 is go to the amount needed. Next, what is our recipe units? So now I want you to copy your recipe units out over, just the units, okay? So what is our units for broccoli? Pounds, so just write pounds right there. What's our unit for olive oil?
Ounces.
Ounces, good. Our units for garlic cloves is each, or the word cloves is fine. What is our unit for lemon juice? Okay. Kosher salt is also teaspoon. The last few are all teaspoon. Okay. So now we did our ingredients. We did the amount that we need, and we've done just the units. That's it. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the purchase cost and the purchase amount. Okay. The reason why I want you to do this right here with the recipe unit first is because it's, remember how we did that little arrow? I know it's been a while since we've done this, but we did as purchase to recipe unit. Y'all remember this? Vaguely? If you don't remember it, you're going to get a lot of practice with it, so don't stress about that. Okay, this is why, because I want you to know where your end result is. I want you to know what your end goal is for the recipe unit. Okay, so now we've got a couple of different tools. The first tool is the price list that's on Canvas in the project. Let me show you where that is. I'm going to pause the video and show you in Canvas where that is. You can look at the files too, but you can look at, if it's easy, just go to the module. You're looking for Chef Tech Inventory List, okay? And that's going to break down all the things that we've ordered from Cisco, from HEB. It's not a complete list, but it's a pretty complete list, okay? So if something is not on there, you'll need to go to heb.com probably just to use that as your resource to cost something out. Okay.
So this is where we would get the prices.
All of your prices. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, looking at our Chef Tech inventory list, I'm going to test something real quick. Okay, cool. It's going to keep recording. So, if I look at my Chef Tech inventory list, there's different tabs on the bottom, and one is produce because broccoli is produce, okay? So I'm gonna look for broccoli, and I'll find broccoli florets. So there's a broccoli, and there's a broccoli florets. What is my recipe called for? Broccoli florets. So I'm gonna use that one, and it is $5.10 per pound. So write that in there, okay? Write that in right where it says purchase cost is $5.10. And what's the purchase amount? 1 pound. Okay, $5.10 per 1 pound. You all see how that works? Okay, let's do olive oil. Okay, so if I look at my Chef Tech inventory list, I'm going to tell you what it is. Let's see, dry goods probably. In modules, in the project modules. Olive oil is 18 cents per ounce. 18 cents per ounce. Okay. Now you don't normally buy olive oil by the ounce, but Frances has been very generous, and sometimes she's broken things down. Sometimes she has, sometimes she hasn't. Okay, so 18 cents per ounce. What is our garlic? Okay, so I'm going to minimize, we need 24, but I'm going to look at my Chef Tech inventory for garlic, probably produce. Garlic is $4.50 per pound. So we write that in, $4.50 per pound. Okay, lemon juice is probably in the canned, dry, and frozen, because remember it goes into the pantry. So we can look for lemon juice. Yep, here we go, lemon juice. $9.17 per what? Anybody have the list open? Yep, $9.17 per gallon. Okay, kosher salt is next. Still in our, well, it might be in our canned, dry, or frozen. It might be in spices. It's in spices?
172, 171, is number 3.
So 3 pounds. That little number sign is pounds, right? What'd you say it was for 3 pounds?
171.
$1.71 for 3 pounds. Black pepper is probably also going to be in the spices. Pepper, black, and we're looking for ground. So 84 cents per ounce. Okay. Cajun seasoning. Cajun seasoning.
163 for 8 ounces.
Yep, $1.63 for 8 ounces. Well, not necessarily, because this is by weight. This is not by volume. A cup is by volume. Okay? So now, we get to do some work. Okay? So now we have, broccoli is $5.10 per pound. What is my units for my recipe? Pounds. What is my as purchased unit? Is it the same?
Yes.
Awesome. That means we can easily just move it right over. So this is $5.10 per pound. What we're trying to do is we're going to get down to the one recipe unit. What does it cost for one recipe unit? Because if I need 8 pounds and 1 pound costs $5.10, well, now I can just easily multiply. So 510 times 8 pounds is, 5 times 8 is what? 40. 8 times 10 is 80 cents. So $40.80 for my broccoli. Okay. Olive oil. What is my recipe unit? Ounces. What's my as purchased unit? Okay. Frances did your work for you. Make sure you thank her next time you see her. 18 cents per ounce. 18 cents times 8. I would, if I were you, try your best when you're writing these out to keep all of your columns the same. Okay? Your tens, your ones, your tenths, and your hundredths. Okay? That way everything is nice and even. Garlic, $4.50 per pound. What is our recipe unit? Do our units match? They do not. So this is where it's going to get tricky. Now, what you can do, of course, we need 24 each, right? So what you can do is you can come over to the almighty Google. And you can ask, hey Google, how many garlic cloves are in 1 pound? And Google tells me each pound of hardneck seed garlic has from 35 to 50 cloves. That's a pretty wide range, okay? So if you think, in this case, it has 30 to 55 and you need how many? 24, you can probably go ahead and get 1 clove of garlic, right? In 1 pound of garlic. So the minimum is 35 and we need 24, right? So you can still go with that like halfway number, and so you can say that there's going to be, let's say what? Hold on, I'm going to put pause for a moment. All right, so Almighty Google says a pound of garlic has anywhere between 35 to 50 cloves, and 4 to 5 bulbs of garlic make up 1 pound of garlic. Okay, so if 35 to 50 cloves makes up 1 pound, and we have, how much does it cost? $4.50. So we take this, I'm going to do it a different color right down here. $4.50, remember cost per unit. Our unit was 1 pound, but let's put it into units that we need. And so let's just say that it is 35 cloves. If you go with the lower number, you're going to get a higher cost per clove. Okay? Which will then, if you do get 50 cloves out of your pound of garlic, well then you've cost out the extra. Okay? Bless you. You're basing the menu price on a higher cost ingredient. So if you do happen to get 50 cloves out of your clove of garlic, well then at that point you're not using as much. Okay? You've already costed out. So 450 divided by 35 cloves is 0.1 what?
1285.
Okay, so 0.128, and we're talking about money, so this is 13 cents per clove. So now we can come up here, and we need 13 cents each. What is 13 times 24? $3.12 for our garlic. Okay, we see how that works. So sometimes you have to kind of get creative. The first thing you always want to do is your as purchased to your recipe unit. Okay, and then convert it to what you need. The next one is our lemon juice. What is our unit for the recipe? Teaspoon. And what is our gallon? Or what's our as purchased is gallon. Okay, are those the same? No, they're not the same. Okay, and so what we need to do, we can go back to the almighty Google, right? Google, how many ounces, let's do it backwards, okay? How many ounces in 1 teaspoon? Okay, so Google says that 1 teaspoon, I'm going to write it over here, 1 teaspoon is equal to 0.167 fluid ounces. Okay. We can also look for weight. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we're looking for fluid ounces. That FL is fluid because we're looking at a liquid, okay? So, what is our cost? $9.17 per gallon. Yep. How many ounces are in a gallon? 128 ounces. You should have that number memorized. So we do 917 per gallon divided by 128 ounces gives us 0.07. Any decimals after that? Okay, so 7 cents per ounce. Is a teaspoon a whole ounce? No. Okay. So then what we need to do is we need to multiply by 0.167. If we multiply by 1.6 or 0.167, we get basically 1 cent. If it's anything that's less than 0.00 something something, always round it up to a penny. Okay? So we have 1 penny per teaspoon, and how many teaspoons do we need?
4.
Okay. 4 cents. Kosher salt, I'm going to give you a little heads up, typically is going to cost out to a penny, salt and pepper, but let's go ahead and do it anyways, just to be sure, okay? Because it's going to be fun. So our kosher salt, what is our unit? What's our unit for our recipe? Teaspoons. What's our unit for our purchase? Pounds. So let's go to our almighty Google. Google, how much does 1 teaspoon of kosher salt weigh? A teaspoon of kosher salt weighs 6 grams, but we don't want it in grams. What is it in ounces? So we type in ounces. So how many ounces of kosher salt are in 1 teaspoon? The answer is 1 teaspoon unit in kosher salt measured equals to 0.21 ounces. Okay, so this is in weight. So right here, this is volume. 1 teaspoon in weight equals 0.21 ounces. Okay, so let's do some conversions. What do we start with? We're starting in pounds. Okay, and how much is it? So we got to do $1.71 divided by 3 pounds. That's going to give us our cost per 1 pound. Okay, which is 57 cents per 1 pound. Now, do our units match yet? No. Our units, we need to go to ounces. So we divide by 16 ounces, gives us
4 cents.
4 cents per ounce. Okay. Is a teaspoon a full ounce? No, it is not. So we're going to multiply now by 0.21. Okay. Why do we multiply by 0.21? Because because 0.21 is equal to 1 teaspoon. Okay? That's the weight of 1 teaspoon. And so that's why we have to multiply. We can't divide in this case. We have to multiply. So 4 cents times 0.21 gives me essentially 0.008, which is 1 penny. I told you. And we need 1 teaspoon, so 1 penny. I'm going to tell you right now for your project, Anything that has salt in it or pepper. Pepper might be a little bit more expensive, but salt is primarily just 1 penny. Don't even work it out. Just write in 1 penny and you'll be fine. Okay? I'm telling you right now, if you see salt in a recipe, just put it 1 penny. Unless, yeah, one penny per teaspoon, but I mean, unless it's like you need a cup of salt for something, which, ugh, cup of salt, unless you're brining something, I guess, maybe, I don't know. A large batch of soup. Well, at that point, it still would probably break down to the cost of a penny per unit at that point, if you're making that much volume. Okay, so black pepper, let's do black pepper. So black pepper is 84 cents per ounce. Okay, and now, oops, sorry. 84 cents per ounce. So this is already to the ounce. We don't have to divide anything. So now we just got to multiply by that 0.21 because that's the weight of an ounce in teaspoons. And that equals 0.176. So that's 18 cents per teaspoon.
So for the recipes, you want us to round up to the nearest.
Well, yeah, because 0.176, 6 would go up to an 8.
But 174. 174.
Yeah, you can just put 17. That's fine. And again, I'm going to give you like a 5, depending on how many ingredients there are, I'm going to give you like a 5 to 15 cent variance. So that you can, if you don't round up, it's not going to impact your cost too much. Cajun seasoning. Let's do the last one, Cajun seasoning. This one is already at per. Okay, so 18 cents times 1.2 is what? Sorry, 1? Because you multiplied 18 cents times 1.5? And you got 27 cents? Okay, I trust you, 1. So Cajun seasoning, 163 per ounce. We're already at an ounce. So now we can again multiply by that 0.21. Well, that's how it is for 1 ounce, or so 1 teaspoon, but we need 1.5 teaspoons. So that's why you have to cost it out. Extend it over. So what's 163 divided by times 0.21?
0.34.
So 34 cents per teaspoon. And now we need 2 teaspoons, so that is 68 cents. Okay, I'm going to erase this here. So now what we do is we simply add everything together. Okay, so $40.80 plus $1.44 plus $3.12 plus 4 plus 1 plus 27 plus 68. So let's see, 8 plus 7 is 15, 16, 22, 24. 8 and 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's 23, 2, 3, 6, and 46, 34. Will someone check my math for me on the calculator, please?
36.
Oh, 36 cents? Okay. Thank you. 46.36? Okay, so that is our subtotal, 46.36. Okay. Now we have our Q factor. Our Q factor is incidental ingredients. What happens if we taste it and we need more salt? What happens if we taste it and we need more garlic? Maybe our garlic cloves were really small. I used 24 of them, but they're really small, so I might need to use 30. This Q factor is going to allow you to include those in the cost of incidental or additional ingredients that you didn't take into account up here at the top. So for this project, you are going to do a 5% Q factor. Okay? So your Q factor is a 5% Q factor for every recipe. No matter what it is, you're going to do 5%. Okay? So what is 5% of 46.36? $46.36. What's 5%?
$2.32.
$2.32. So we did 46.36 times 0.05. Make sure you have that zero, otherwise you're going to multiply by 50%. Okay, so 0.05. We get that total recipe cost. We're going to add these two things together. Okay, and what do we get for our total recipe cost? $48.68. It's our total recipe cost. Our portion cost, okay, cost per portion. What number are we using for our portions? 32. Okay, so right over here on the side, I'm going to do this 32. We take our 48.68 divided by 32 servings, and we get so $1.52 per serving of broccoli with roasted broccoli with garlic. Okay, that took us 32 minutes to do one recipe. Now there was some talking in between, okay, and you may be talking to yourself in between your recipes, okay, or during that time. That's okay. But that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients. It took about 30 minutes to do 7 ingredients. Okay, now, once you start costing things out, like black pepper and kosher salt, you already have that done. So if you see it in a later recipe, and they call for teaspoons as well, well, you've already cost that out. Okay, so eventually you're going to start using some things over and over and over again. Okay, but how many recipes are each of you costing out? 10. Okay. What I would like to have is by next week on Wednesday, and it can be handwritten. It does not have to be typed. It can be handwritten, but everybody needs to cost out the Caesar salad of menu set 4. Okay. I want you to cost out the Caesar salad for menu set 4. That's your recipe. That's your menu set. And bring it to class on Wednesday next week. Okay? We will go over it, but bring it as best as you have completed. Okay? You can refer back to this video to kind of give you an idea of what to do when you're costing things out. It won't be the same ingredients, but it will kind of give you the process of doing that. Okay? So Caesar salad. Because before you go off to spring break, just in case you want to work on your project during spring break, you don't have to if you don't want to, but just in case you want to, I want to make sure that you're prepared and ready to go. What I don't want to see is you come back from spring break and like, Mr. Uminski, I did all 10 recipes and you've messed up all of them. Okay? I don't want that because I want you to feel successful. Okay? So any questions about this? No? Okay, so